back. It's 9/11. But I'm gonna make some coffee because what is the point of being in college if you can't make coffee at 9/11 at night? I should have clarified. It's at nighttime, p.m. I was up late last night. Also, most nights. But last night was different because it wasn't like I wasn't sleeping, it was like I couldn't go to sleep, which is kind of weird because I'm used to self-destructive behaviors, but usually they're like, intentional on some level. I just kept feeling like I was insufficient, mostly in the sense where I feel like I'm not doing enough good in the world. I am an artist. I like to act and write, and in the wake of the world right now, that kind of makes me feel a little bit silly. Okay, the lighting's crazy. I listened to Smash Mouth, except all of the notes are C's. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest. And I watched a Wheezy Werder video, and I'm in a little bit of a better mood. So I thought I would show you a thing I did last night. On my desk, I put up all these little post-it notes. And what I did was on the top ones are little projects that I'm working on with little goals written under. And then below it, I put stuff that I'm okay working on. Because, like I was talking about in my last video, I'm bad at being productive. So I felt like that would be kind of a good way to try to stop being a terrible person. We'll see how that goes. I'm working on one of them right now because I'm making a YouTube video, and hopefully this is out on 1/25, and if it's not, I'm a failure, and this video is evidence. So today is the 19th of January, which means tomorrow Donald Trump is gonna be inaugurated president. The night of the election, I was at my girlfriend's and we were watching it. The night started out kind of lighthearted, but then as it went on, we just kind of stopped talking or saying anything. And I think it was because, for me anyways, I didn't have anything to say, I guess. Almost like I didn't want to acknowledge out loud what I saw was happening. It felt like, I don't know, felt hopeless. The next day I could barely get out of bed to go to class, but I did. On my way to class, I saw a friend, and just without saying anything, we just hugged each other because we both knew that we both needed one. I don't know if you keep up with the news at all, whether you're from America or care. I remember when I was 11 and Obama was inaugurated, my mom was like, come here, into her bedroom and to watch the inauguration. And I remember it, and I knew that it was significant, it was the first African American president.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President. All the best wishes, Mr.
And that was pretty cool. And I just feel really bad for people who are going to grow up over the next 4 years. And I think it's going to be hard. Granted, I had to deal with Michelle Obama's school lunches. It's just a weird time. And I have just been sad about it and feeling helpless against it. There's nothing I can do. I did all I could. I voted, but here we are. Good morning. About 6:45, and we are about to head to DC to go to the Women's March.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly.
So, strong possibility of getting an extra large Uber.
Can we get a...
It'll rhyme for me.
Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press.
Woo! Watch out, Donald.
Yeah.
The college students are coming.
What?
Millennials.
It's a video.
Vlogging this?
Oh, okay. Am I on camera?
Yeah,
This is a vlog.
that's
We're
really
at the
good.
Women's March.
Hey, what's up, subscribers?
Sebastian, no.
Somewhere I read
Fight for equality.
that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, Sebastian.
Yeah?
What's your review of the march so far?
The march or the mark?
The march. What's
The
your-
march, pretty crowded. My view is very limited because I'm not tall enough to see.
We're also not marching.
Yes, so it's more of
notably.
it's more of a stationary.
Apparently, everybody,
The women's stationary in Washington.
the whole
The whole
thing
street is full.
Yeah. So like the whole.
I think that the people in the front should just move, and then the people who are close to the front can move up to the front.
If
and then-
everybody started moving.
if it was some sort of marching motion, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But apparently that's too complicated for us.
So apparently, there's way more people here than they expected. And so the whole route is filled with people. And so they're just telling us to just walk to the White House. So we're going to the White House. My phone ran out of battery like halfway through the day. So I didn't get too much footage before it died. They basically just sort of let us free and let us walk wherever. And we walked all the way to the Washington Monument, and then we walked to the White House. And it was pretty cool. There were marches, like, all over the world. So I just got back from the march a couple hours ago. Apparently it was way bigger than they were expecting. Nobody really seems to know exactly how many people were there, but it was a lot. It was definitely more people than were at the inauguration yesterday, unless you ask Trump. I think probably the coolest part was getting to the White House and sort of just standing there in front of it, surrounded by thousands of people, and just like staring down the White House and sort of being like, he's just in there. He's just one guy, and we are a lot of people. After the election, I sort of felt like if anything positive was going to come out of it, it would be that it would bring a lot of people together. And based on today, I think I was right. I got a hat also. It says Washington, D.C. Pretty good hat. In like 20 years, when my kids are like, hey dad, we're learning about the Women's March, I'll be like, I got this hat there that day. Hopefully I won't sound that old when I'm 40. Anyway, it was really cool. I feel like I want to do that again. It also, though, was a little like it was really moving and impressive, like how many people there were, but it was also kind of like, okay, so we're showing our support for all these things, but like there's still not a lot we can do right now. And that's a little discouraging, but I think it will lead to good things in the end. But I'm back now. We got dinner there, and then got a lift back. It was a cool day. It was a cool day. Hey guys, so it's the next morning, and I just wanted to talk a little bit more about some of my thinks. Yesterday was really great, and it made me feel good, and I have a feeling it made a lot of people feel pretty good, but I have a little bit of concern about this type of thing where, like, people go out, and then, you know, they do the march, and then they're like, I feel good about myself now, you know, which we do, and I think we should, but then, like, people will be like, okay, I did the thing, I resisted, I'm done. And I sort of talked about this last time, but I wanted to talk about it more. It just feels like I really want to emphasize we still have a lot of work to do. I don't really talk about politics a lot on this channel, and I'm probably not going to a lot. That's not going to be the focus or anything, but I just wanted to. I've been thinking about it a lot lately for obvious reasons. And, you know, I feel comfortable talking to you guys about this. Listen, if you support Donald Trump and you've made it this far in the video, first off, thanks for watching. I just really think you need to take a really close look at some things. We live in a divided world, and that's hard sometimes. But anyways, so the Women's March website just launched a thing that I just saw this morning called 10 Things in 100 Days, and apparently they'll be like giving people, you know, things to do every 10 days for the next 100 days, you know, to do more than just go for a walk. And I think that's pretty cool. And the first thing is to like print out a postcard and write it to your congressperson, just about like how the march, I don't know, they said like how the march made you feel, and like about like issues that you think are important and you want them to, you know, champion in Congress. So I'm going to do that, and I think you should do that, because hey, just write up to your congresspeople about stuff you care about, even if it's not stuff that maybe I would agree with or that whatever. Just write. It's always good to get the people's perspective. So yeah, I think that I am going to call it there for this video. It's been a wild time. I'm still doing it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.